Blessings, dear ones. Welcome to my channel. My name is Camilla, and I have for you today a clearing of anger and rage. And as I tuned into this transmission, there was two things that became very clear. And the first thing is that the reason why it's many times it's hard for us to let go of anger is because we keep very much attachment to this experience. So when we have why we respond with anger is that it's because uh, we feel as we are under attack, and the response with anger is that it gives us a sense of justice, of self-righteousness, prevents us from feeling as a victim, and it also has to do with non-acceptance of what has happened. So it's kind of a defense mechanism because we are feeling attacked and then we attack back. Even though we don't express that attack physically or in the outer world, we attack in internally to the event, somebody else, or we are attacking ourselves. And so when we are attacking ourselves or somebody else, there is always a sense of guilt. It always comes with unconscious or conscious intention of attack. And the second thing why we are very attached to anger is that it is we feel guilty for having these feelings. So for many of us, we carry these programs that we as children expressed anger, we were punished. So there is so much guilt that comes with the anger. And so we feel guilty for having this experience, having these feelings, or we feel guilty because we have expressed our anger in a way that isn't very constructive. We might have lost our temper or lashed out, and then there's always guilt. So there's a great attachment to this experience of anger, and it is also always comes with a sense of guilt, conscious or unconscious guilt, because when we do feel anger, we always attack. So either we attack somebody outside, or we feel guilty and we attack ourselves, and that starts the loop of guilt and attack, and that creates even more anger. So many of the patterns that we carry from our childhood is that there is self-hate when we experience anger, and when we have lost our temper, because of the response we got as children, being punished in one way or another for expressing anger, and then we turn that punishment against ourselves, and punish ourselves by withdraw love from ourselves. So dear ones, and when we find that these dark places inside of us, that's when we also creating attack outwards. And so this has become very clear as well, that we have this inner war, guilt, anger, and that is what we are creating in the outside world as well. And as we can see, this is very much what is going on in the world. So it's a great thing to clear. And so what we will start with is to clear, let me see. Okay, so we will start with the non-acceptance of these emotions. So that's where we need to start. And when I was tuning into this transmission, the energies and the beings who showed up was the divine grandmothers who wanted to assist in this clearing today, and they have such a loving and beautiful and peaceful energies, and they said that we are the peacemakers. We have been the peacemakers throughout eons of time, and we are, what did it say, we are the bringers of peace. So that's why we are here. Okay, so so because anger is such a, it's an emotion that is very, it's it's very, we put very much labels on it, and we consider it as bad. So that's why we reject the experience, or we hang on to it as a life savior, thinking that holding anger will will protect us from being vulnerable. What we do not see is that the thorns is hurting us. The poison is, we are the one who is drinking the poison, and it is poisoning our system. So dear ones, so we will start with taking down all the defenses we carry towards this experience of anger. And for this, I just ask you to come into stillness and allow the emotions to flow. Because, dear ones, remember that it's not the sensation we need to fear or avoid, it's not the vibration. Anger is fire, it's purifying. It is just that we have never learned how to handle it, how to express it in a way that doesn't hurt us or somebody else. It's because it has this fire energy, it's very hard for us to just sit in these emotions, sit in the vibration. So what happens, the fire goes up to our mind, and we create all these stories about why we have the right to be angry, and it just fuel the anger, and also gives us a chance to escape the experience by going into the stories. So let go of the stories, dear ones, and come into the, to be with the emotions, the vibration, the energies in stillness and with your divine presence. And the grandmothers are surrounding us, very gentle, just being here, presence, holding space, holding up their hands, blessing you. And now just let go, let the defenses go. So remember, when you let the defenses go, it's not just that you may feel more anger, you may also feel the guilt, you may also feel the hurt, and that what anger is preventing you from feeling. Kolorno sayadrasha kinar aniata shanakis luruno toshayatra inaranana kitash aliarana. So right now, just allow the defenses to just melt, the walls to just melt like ice. in the sun, konor sashaikinalian. Notoshiadrasha kusususutra iliaranatasha. No. I know that it was very safe for you to experience this. And you are held and you are loved by doing this. Norososhotoron korana isashanara kokoko awa ialiar iliaranaya kitanalaya isana koshana. And the grandmothers are holding your heart as the defenses, the walls are disappearing. Your shields, you are lowering your shields and your swords. Ikititana, they surround you in this warmth, in this love. Tisokosh ailiai isiar sakokai iarsai. And what they say is that you can't shut this part of you, of your human self, away from you. Don't close the door to this experience. Allow that little child in. Kinar anatasha kukusolur ukanayana sinaya. So what they show me, that much of the anger we feel as adults comes from the suppressing of anger as children, where we just pushed away that feeling, that experience of anger, and it has built and built and built and built, and that's why it becomes uncontrollable, and we are lashing out because it's spoiling, and it's too much of it. Nunuru ianasaya kianaranaya kuawa watishianara oloror shor sashia kiana. And I ask, for how long are you going to punish that little child inside of you? Kinar sasha, and there's all these wounds, koronoshono, coming into the light, rising, coming in up to the surface. Norokokoko sanana. Just hold yourself through this doshana rakita. Noro sushoki alara ayana kiosono osoro or sashashiara nakiana. They're showing me that they are holding each and every one of you, your inner wounds and your inner child. Kursunur sashayatarana, nurturing, holding in love, bringing peace. Nur soshayatra iakiana. And I'm asking you right now to open up your hearts too to this aspect of you. And there is relief on my heart, so I feel the lightness of your heart right now. There's burdens leaving you, heaviness leaving you. So this loop has been so heavy on you. Guru Noshana. Oh, Kosanara, great relief. Noru Soshotosh. Inianala ikish ausunor kokaya. And from your mental body as well, just like these thoughts. Korshaya Diayana Okongonorsa, the storylines that leaves. Parallel lifetime timelines that leaves. Koruna lower timelines that leaves. Norshakidrana. So there's attachment being released right now. Koruna Toto, by us not trying to prevent and trying to control and resist. Olursa. Just breathe into your abdominal and to your navel area, to your sacral, Koronoto into your solar plexus, Noranatashisa, Ariakosho. Energy starts to move, Norokoko Solarana. You might feel some dizziness as this energy is leaving your headspace. Okorono, because anger is many times experienced in the head. Korono korotoshono. Ayanaranati shono toronokos iaranana. Ianarana koshanana. And welcome, we say, welcome the guilt if there is guilt. Welcome the blame and the shame if there is. And welcome the experience of being a victim. Without attachment. You see it as it is. Kolor Anaya. Embrace that inner child that felt as a victim. Tonukuyanara. Oh, Korana, much emotions rising. No Kokashana. And just breathe into it. Breathe as you experience. So Shonor. Oh, Shisasha. Oh, Koko Sokoshanan. There is the sensation of boiling. Oh, Koko. Things are breaking. Tosh, the stagnation is opening up. Toshonoko Rananatasha. We are moving beyond stagnation and Koko Shonoro Koshiataranana Ilia Ranatosana. Au Koko Shananaratash Ai Atanana. Oh, Koko, and just be with whatever is coming up for you. If there is guilt, feel it, but let go of the stories. If it is hurt and pain, feel, let go of the stories. Remember, emotion is energy in motion, needs and wants to move. No, don't hold it, don't suppress it. Don't try to lock it into something that you think you're able to control. And put away, because you are not. So this is what the grandmothers are teaching us, that we didn't learn growing up, how to be with what is, without judging, without trying to escape in one way or another. Just be and embrace it as they bless you with their love, with their peace, with their light, for you to shine your light on whatever is arising in you. Tashanaya, for you to give that blessing. Okonoroto Toshanaya, Kisana Arana Shoko. Just breathe and feel, breathe and feel, breathe and be. You are totally safe, dear one. You are safe. Come into more stillness. As the experience may intensify. As we allow, it loses its grip on us. No konko sash au olorono. Katri asao ko soa washai asasha. Breathe, there is lightness coming in. Breathe Hukaya Narana Yatisha expansion Noroko Shanana. Feel how this tightness, breathe into the tightness. No Noroko Gongo. If there is tears coming up, allow. Koro no 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 ko 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 ko. If your heart is aching, allow. Allow the grandmothers to hold you in this experience, in this movement, in this initiation, in this passage through to greatness, to freedom, to peace. No kosa naria tashali aranakios. Orananarsa, hiniarsa, oh gosh, and I feel and I experience very much from all of you right now. Kokoko, it's just like this tightness and expansion at the same time. The heaviness and the relief. Korono, this all these polarities that is coming together. Norana to be transmuted. Toshonorana. Kinarananaya sayananana, and allow your lungs to expand as you allow yourself to inhale more life force. I just know that this process is doing it without your control, by you just allowing it to be Norana. Your body knows when you are not suppressing, when you are allowing. Your body knows how to move through. Good. So we now go and clear all the storylines and all the reasons that we are holding on to of why and when we have experienced anger, why anger has why we felt anger at first place. Kipa Shaliar, and this clearing goes through all lifetimes, all dimensions. And just be open and receptive. Koro Shaniana Liar. Idrasha Kosanara, get heaviness on the head, on your crown. Koranaya Tradati Ayanaya. Let go and expand your head space. Allow this energy scene to clear all storylines, all patterns. Kukaniyarana, Kuranana, and they say there is a defense mechanism why we are holding on to anger. It is like, don't forget. By letting go of anger, we will forget and we will be vulnerable and an easy target. And that's not so. Just let go of this belief. It is old. You do not need defense mechanisms. Kunayatra shitana asukurtialiar isinia shao kuas. Embrace peace. Kokonayata. Allow peace, allow stillness. Kush ayan. No need to defend. Doshono. When we do not defend, we do not experience ourselves being under attack. When we do not feel attack, we do not attack. When we don't attack, we let go of guilt. There is no reason for guilt. Ginisha sayana au kush asia ush ayash ukukai nidra sikun ilian kisas au kun ursasya. And what I see now is that the grandmothers are holding out, it's like a basket or a bowl or something, and they call in your ancestors, your bloodline on both sides, for them to empty all the anger and guilt and shame and blame and self-righteousness that they have carried and that has been that you are carrying in your DNA and in your cells and in your body and in your mind. So let's clear this from the bloodline as well. So just as this process is continuing, your ancestors are emptying it in, returning it to divine light, to peace and love. Allow yourselves to just open up on your behalf and just allow this to be cleared from you. Tisaush Aishas Aidra Shakokinara Kosia Shaliarana Kosurtaya Kiar Sana Koshunur Sashya Kiash Ayatra. So I see these lines of ancestors lining up, and when they have released, they get like from the grandmothers like a mark, like a symbol, it's a crystal or something light, as so in return for them to release all this heaviness and all these lower vibrations, they get in return this blessing of peace. It's very beautiful. Isonor sashita tusanaki ayotor sanaki yarana kukushanar sa kuakian iniarana nana soko uai ayanarana toshonotash ayana uso shanaranaya toshonokia a osur sasha kukushan. So good. And the final part will be a blessing of, for us, more easily move through these emotions when anger, rage appears. So remember, dear ones, it's not the sensation in itself, the reaction in itself, that causes us all the trouble and all this that is lowering our vibration. It is the guilt, and it is the everything that we try to prevent by feeling anger. The escaping from it, the storylines of being a victim, wanting and needing to attack back and to defend, those storylines, that's the problem. So whenever anger is arising, if we can just breathe and move, we can also move our bodies and just allow it, learn. And remember, this is a learning process, because this is not what we are used to just move through us, just be in a vibration and say yes and bless that experience fully and with love and with our divine presence in stillness, and just allow it to move through. It will just clear our system. So this final blessing will be to help us to just do just that, move through with ease and with grace. Nokosh tiliarana, so toshanana, sweep clear you from all resistance you have for experience this emotion. Toratana kianara soshanatra shatitanaya kia, from all your bodies and all your minds, and by that clearing it from all your from your memories, Kurshanar Sa, from your DNA, your bloodline, Tishanatra. Kasa Wakianara, so Shokiaranara, so Shokorosos, Tish Aliarana Tishana. Kurana, inviting light and flow, Kurna Siara. Kaka Kasiaranaya to Suko. Final message from the grandmothers. You are loved, dear ones. You are deeply held and supported. So what they show me that we are in a war with ourselves, and that is the problem. That is the root to everything. So when we are, that is what we are reflecting out. And that is what is being reflected back to us right now, right? Make peace, dear ones, with yourself. Kursane auhukotash. Niliarana sokotrananar. Sikush ayanaratash. Know the love that you are. Know that you are peace. There's no need to fight anything in you. Love every aspect of you, of your human journey, just as we love you. Open your hearts and allow our lighting, our presence of peace, and the love that we have for you. So this is a blessing to your heart. Kurana, blessing of love. Just open up and receive. Receive in silence as I hold space for this transmission from the grandmothers to you. Sealing. Okay. It is done. It is done. It is done. Satnam. The truth identified. And let's just open up our hearts in love and gratitude to the grandmothers. They blesses you. Just step back. Dear ones, I hope this brought you some peace. Many blessings. Thank you.